What is everybody, it's your boy, and today we are back with another Dragon Ball What If video. Now today we're going to be discussing a what if. Now what if Vegeta had become immortal part 1. Now to really make this what if good, now originally I made this what if on my other channel. Now nobody has ever made this what if, but except a lot of people are now making this what if because there's a lot of what if channels out there. So I'm gonna be doing a little retcon to my original video because nobody ever seen it. So this will be a little retcon to it. So basically, like, we're gonna be looking at Masako X and seeing how he did it, and then we're gonna incorporate it into a way that that influence and possibly differs from how my what if starts. So basically, we're gonna take that Vegeta, he does not allow them. So basically, Vegeta finds out about Dende early, and he takes the Dragon Balls, and so, like, basically we are going to say that on now basically we are going to say that Vegeta, he doesn't sleep. So basically the way that we're going to start this what if is that instead of allowing them to just make Vegeta stop and talk to him, Vegeta actually grabs the Dragon Balls and he sits them down. And so then they end up sensing the Ginyu Force come in, and so Vegeta hides the Dragon Balls in, like, the water. And so Vegeta fires the first shot at the Ginyu Force without any talking or discussion, and he immediately kills Gordo, and then he punches Raccoon into a mountain, punches and destroys Captain Ginyu's scouter, and does the same and destroys Burr and Jace's scouters as well. And so basically Vegeta tells Gohan and Krillin to go get a Namek and have them summon Porunga so he can get his wish. And so Gohan and Krillin does what Vegeta asked him, and so now Vegeta is left alone with the Ginyu Force, and he begins to smile and says that he believes that he's gonna be able to take down most of the Ginyu Force without Gordo and his magic.
She took a cord.
Okay, so now the Ginyu Force then regroup themselves and find out that takes it in that Gordo is dead. So then they begin to play rock paper scissors to see who's gonna fight Vegeta first, and Berter ends up winning, and so Vegeta smirks and believes that the only thing that he needs to do is hold out until the battle, and needs to hold out and just end every single battle quickly. And so he knows how Berter's powers works. He's a very fast fighter. So then Vegeta and Berter begins to fight at speed that Vegeta can't keep up, and so Vegeta allows Berter to get a few hits in, and then catches then as soon as he's able to read Berter's moves, he grabs Berter's punch and blasts a hole right through Berter's chest, killing him. And then just to rub salt on the wound, he breaks his neck by slamming his knee onto the ground. And then he looks back and smiles at the remaining Ginyu force as Ginyu is surprised that Vegeta was actually able to do all this to 2 Ginyu force members. And with everybody else shook, Vegeta teleports behind Jace, punches Jace's armor, and then blast him into oblivion. And then Raccoon looks at Captain Ginyu, and Captain Ginyu tells him to rush Vegeta, and that's exactly what he does. Except just like with the original, Vegeta was actually able to get the upper hand at first, but then Raccoon started showing much more and more power as the fight went on, and so Raccoon was actually able to take down Vegeta relatively easy as soon as he gets serious. And then while Gohan and Krillin are on their way, they can sense that Vegeta's energy is starting to fade, and they need to hurry and make the wish to make him immortal and get their friends back. And so they mask their energy so that their scouters can't sense them, and so they sneak away with the Dragon Balls to make Vegeta's wish. And so Raccoon starts gloating around, and so Vegeta is able to get some hits in, is able to still fight, throw off as much ki as he possibly can to take down Raccoon. Using the last ditch efforts of a stronger Gallic gun, Vegeta hits Raccoon, and so then Raccoon decides to finish Vegeta off, and so Porunga is then summoned, and everybody's wondering why the sky's turning black. And then Dende makes the wish to make Vegeta immortal, and so Raccoon fires his eraser gun, and then a big explosion happens which engulfs Vegeta and everybody else at the area. And so then we see Vegeta. He walks smoke with all of his injuries healed, and then he smirks and says that it actually happened. And then with a very swift motion, he punches a hole right through Raccoon, killing him, making Vegeta immortal, as Vegeta then points to himself and says that he is now immortal Vegeta, and then uses the Big Bang attack and then he fires off a strong ki blast attack, killing Captain Ginyu. And then he says that he's now going to Frieza, and then goes up into the sky and laughs and goes straight to Frieza. And so what about the others? So basically, they use their last 2 wishes to bring back Piccolo, which brings back the Dragon Balls on Earth, and they can use those to bring back everybody else. And so makes up sense. They believe that Vegeta is going to be able to take on Frieza with his immortality. They then use the final wish to bring Goku to Planet Namek early, faster, and so that's exactly what they did. And so Piccolo has to make the journey back to Earth in hopes that Gohan's going to be able to survive and get back home. as Goku's ship lands early on Namek. Goku is wondering. Well, Goku's asleep for right now, so then we get to Vegeta. He sees Frieza flying. No, he sees Vegeta. He sees Frieza on his spaceship, and he then smirks and says that he was able to defeat the entire Ginyu Force by himself, and so Frieza is surprised to hear this news that the Ginyu Force was defeated by such a weak Saiyan. And so Frieza says that he is going to exterminate you and the fight begins with Frieza in his restricted form, within his first form, fighting Vegeta. As Vegeta punches Frieza square in the stomach and kicks him back, Frieza then fires multiple ki blasts, which Vegeta blocks them all. As Vegeta says that this is your final hours, Frieza. So you better save him while you can. And then knees Frieza square in the face, pushing Frieza back. As Frieza laughs and says that he never knew that Vegeta was capable of jokes. As then Frieza fires off multiple ki blasts, death beams, hitting Vegeta. But Vegeta then smirks and then runs towards Frieza, punching him once again. As Vegeta says that he is way too strong, that if he continues to raise his ki, then he will eventually beat Frieza within this form. As Vegeta wants Frieza to transform and show off his real power. As Frieza then obliges to Vegeta, as Frieza tells Vegeta that he will see his own end. As then Frieza worried at all because of his immortality. As then Frieza would say that the power that he is showing now is at a power level of 1 million. As then he shows that power. And with Vegeta pretending to be distracted, Frieza then punches Vegeta, blows a hole in his stomach, and then just to rub more salt in the wound, throws rapid death beams at Vegeta, pushing him into the water. Frieza then celebrates for himself and says that that is the end of the Saiyan lineage. As then Vegeta comes back up with all of his healed wound. As Frieza is surprised and says, what are you still doing alive, Saiyan? As Vegeta would once again point at himself and says that he is no longer Vegeta. He is now immortal Vegeta. As Frieza eyes widen and then starts to think about it and starts thinking that that the darkness earlier that you have somehow summoned the dragon and made your wish to become immortal. As Frieza gets angry and says that he has no time to waste with these restricted forms, and then goes straight into his final form, and then tells Vegeta that he's going to pay for getting his wish of immortality. As that's where we're gonna leave things for right now. And so it's like what I say, you guys, we are not going to do these what ifs. I'm not going to do one what if for this whole entire month. We are going to do different what ifs, and then I'm going to see which one you guys like the most. And so the next the next what if will be coming in tomorrow. So if you guys enjoy what if Vegeta becomes immortal, a what if that I had came up with and had never shown up on YouTube until now. So if you guys want to see some more what ifs made by me, then make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll be seeing you guys in the next